that you know which one you're on. It's a ploy, it means nothing when you're gone. Don't blame me, my own sick grief, just not today. It's a waste of space for conversation and lessons lead the other way. It can't be changed, 'cause we are lions, we are fighters. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are lions, we are fighters. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. 'Cause we are lions, we are fighters. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. We're on this world tonight with the fire in our moment. All it takes is a moment. Is it fate that you came this far unbroken? If it's destiny, you wrote it. Focused, but you gotta be focused. Make or break, it's the last goodbye they remember you for. They're calling your name, go and take what's yours. Here, now, it's everything you've been dreaming about. There's a reason why you were chosen. This is your moment.
Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk. I am here, I'm hidden away in the darkness. How are you folks? Good to see you. Welcome to, where are we? Wednesday. It's halfway through the week already. Who'd have thunk it when we were at the beginning of the week, literally at the last show. We skipped a day. For all of you that didn't turn up yesterday in the Rokk show, we skipped a day. How are you guys? Great to see you. Great to see you. I always come out really early, like half an hour before the show, to get everything set up, and then literally at the last minute, for some reason, I'm still panicking and trying to get it all set up. It don't matter none. How are you? Hope you're well. Let's have a little look and see who we have been joined with today. Oh, look at this. We've got hashtag media guy. Good to see you, my friend. Wow. It's a rare occurrence. I know you often listen later in the day, so to have you join us live is a treat. It's a treat for us, my friend. I hope you're keeping well. And Winstar, I saw Winstar playing. What was it you were playing yesterday? It was yesterday for you. It was this morning for me, I think. Was it StarCraft? For some reason, I always thought StarCraft was a kind of a first-person thing, but it wasn't, was it? It was more like a kind of Diablo thing, which I thought, wow, look at that. I did say hello a couple of times, but you were so engrossed in the game. I thought I'd just leave you to it. It's good to see you, my friend. Oh, look, Miss T22 said hi, and my little bot sent a hi back to you as well. You see, it's very well trained, incredibly well trained, my little bot. I've got a little bot, and there he was. That's fruits of the forest flavoured squash, which of course you guys don't get in the States. What can we call it so that you'd know what it would be called? A cordial. Is that a thing? We've had this conversation before, I know it. I just realised I can't hear the music. No, I haven't turned on the music. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, you lovely guys and gals? I'm absolutely terrible. We'll put it back to the beginning on Lions. Here we go. It's coming up now. Now you got it. Oh, yeah. I'll turn up a little bit. I love this track. I love all my tracks. I love all my tracks. I love all you. I love the world. I love cockapoos and I love cats. Peshwaris. I love them all. That means something to somebody. Alrighty. Yeah. It's just Joe. Hashtag media. Guys, same to you. I hope you have a great week. Did I miss something? You must have said something beforehand, before we did all of this. I just realised I got an Adolf Hitler fringe. Let me get rid of that. Get out of it. Let's need to shave off the little tash bit, and we'd be well going for it, wouldn't we? Right, we've got the music now. I don't feel naked anymore. Absolutely brilliant. Right, we're just going to quickly run through everybody saying hello. Bless you. Streamlabs, of course, is good to go. So get your exclamation mark wins in, and that should all be working a treat for you. And I've got the wheels ready to go as well. Really good. I love this track. It makes me all inspired. Been a good week. Has it been a good week for you, fellas and fellaresses? I've been doing loads of networking. You may or may not remember that this was meant to be a late show today. I was meant to go out in a few hours because technically I was going to be at another networking event, but I didn't want to go. I've been to so many recently. I thought, no, I don't want to miss my lovely chat. So I decided not to go. And that is why I'm still here. Joe says, happy Wednesday. Joe's great. Joe's game is great. He has got, I'm in there, I'm an Easter egg. If you go and download Joe's game and you play it, you'll find me on the side of a bus stop. It's true. I've never been in a game before. I'm super excited. How amazing is that? You can literally play the game and you'll come across me. And David as well. We're on the same bus stop. Kind of. How cool is that? Joe, says William. Good day all, says Adam. How are you, my friend? Oh no, this is Rousted too. Give it an icon, mate. Come on, you can at least put some effort into having another picture of your good-looking self with the biceps or the pack going on. You know, all that stuff that the ladies like. That's what we need. Moonlit on the bay, which is of course Tracy getting in on the Twitch. Well done, Tracy, getting your exclamation mark win. That's all going. We have time-wise 32 minutes left, so that's all good, isn't it? You've got loads of time to get them in there. And we're all good. Another little prizette to give away. There's loads of choose your owns, so I can see that becoming the way forward. I might have to add a few more in just for the sheer heck of it, as you do. Hello Joe, says Winstar. Your zombie game is shaping up nicely. I was really impressed, I've got to say. You never know what to expect, do you? I mean, you know, it's a homebrew. You never know what to expect, but freak, there were some games on Stadia that weren't as good. Absolutely. Just imagine if Stadia had kept going and Joe had got a game on there, the first of our brood to get onto Stadia. That would have been so good. Dre, how are you, my friend? Middle of the week. Middle of the week. Ah, yes. And it's still light. Huh. I'm going to keep saying this every day until the clocks go back. No, hang on. They go forward. Spring forward, fall back, isn't it? I got it all completely, utterly wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Geek to Sneak. No. No what, mate? What's happened? What happened to get the no? We got a Dre going, yo! And a Geek going, no! Oh no, what happened? I missed out. Joe, now just have to polish it up and optimize it. Hope to push out an update next week. That's great, isn't it? But isn't it, I mean, how brilliant must it be? Because I've built websites and stuff and apps and things for people, and I love that. And you get them out in the world and you feel really proud and you sort of show it to folk. Yeah, you see this app? I built that. But a game, it's like, oh, wow, especially if you're a gamer. Yeah, it's like, that's like being an architect and building your own house, isn't it? You're so proud of what you've done, and rightly so. Geek to Seek. I thought I missed the stream. No, mate, you didn't miss the stream. Yeah, I had it all set up to go to, 3 hours from now to coincide with this event. And then I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to go. So I pulled it all back and we're at our normal time, which is just excellent. It's excellent. Simply Paul, got my wife to play 4 hours of Hogwarts yesterday. So happy. I saw Sierra's Sorcery. That's absolutely brilliant. And so today, funny you should say that, William, because of course I bought the baby cheap version, which I can't play till Friday. But today I set my girls up ready to play on Friday. So there's a couple of ways you can do it, to be fair. The one way, which is the official way, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's a pain in the butt, was adding them to my Steam family account. Now, it's a good idea, the Steam family account, but here's the major drawback. You can add up to 10 devices, and then on those devices you can add... No, sorry. I think you can add 10 people, 5 devices, or it may be the other way round. Either way, you go into the device and you tick who you want to be in the family group. The problem's this. Only one person can play a game on your Steam account at any time. And that includes different games. So literally, if someone's playing in your Steam account, you're locked out until they go. That's not a family account, is it? That's just you playing on a different machine, basically. And that's exactly what I did for my daughter number 2. So with her, I had a Boosteroid account for 7 days. So I gave her that. We logged her in, got her a Boosteroid account running. And she just logged into my Steam account. That was it. Access to my games, no different at all to doing the whole real hassle of setting up a family thing. Again, I can't play if she's playing. It literally says you're logged in elsewhere, so there's no additional upside or downside. But that was so much easier. And then I think what I'll do, when that 7 days expires, I'll just set her up with a free GeForce Now account. But of course, can't do that until Hogwarts appears on GeForce Now, which is why I've done it on Boosteroid. I kind of hedging my bets a bit there, you know what I'm saying? But the reason I didn't do her the Steam route is, one, she's got a MacBook, so she couldn't download the game anyway because it's a PC only game. And the second is, she and I both have MacBooks. We both discovered the same bug in Steam. You can't get preferences box up at the moment. I think there's been an update to Steam and the preferences aren't working. You kind of can get to it if you click on your name and come down to account details, but most of the prefs ain't there. So pain in the rectorial orifice, as we say in our medical. William's showing a lovely little emoji of me with hearts, and then the Rokk show. I didn't know I created a little Rokk show emoji. That's cute. And then me blowing like celebrating. That is cool, mate, isn't it? I can't wait. But I'm going to let the girls play it first and then fill their little boots. I'll carry on playing Ragnarok, which I'm really into now, guys. You'll be pleased to hear I finally cracked it. I'm now really loving it. I'm getting through it. So I don't know how much more of it I've got to play. But I'm happy playing that, so it's not an issue for me. And I could always get Ragnarok. I could always get Hogwarts on PS through my rental account anyway and play it a little bit later. I kind of bought it for them, if I'm honest. I've got to be honest. Nerds World! Nerds World is the very latest recipient of Ray's praise on our show yesterday. Woohoo! Well done, my friend. Make sure, go and watch that show. Oh, I have got to put your details still in the description of the video. I'm sorry, my friend. I had to race out straight after the show. It was a bit of a compressed show. I had to race out to a networking dinner, at which, you might like to know, all you lovers of food, I had a katsu chicken burger in a brioche bun with chunky fries and a katsu mayo for garnish. It was all right. It was a bit carb heavy though for a keto boy, but it was very nice and the company was amazing. Met some lovely people, had a really nice evening out, so it was all good. Rouster, Rokk Show, okay, I'll add a picture for that account. Good man, that's what I like to see. You know you need to do it, my dude. Doragon, good evening, sir. How are you? Doragon, is it true? Are the rumours true that I'm hearing you might be coming on to Rokk Players tomorrow? Family stuff accepted? You know what I'm saying? It'd be absolutely awesome if you do. Absolutely awesome. Mr. Martinez is in Le Chat. Of course, Le Chat in France is the cat. Now, you don't want to be in the cat, do you, mate, really? If you think about it, every time French people go to a YouTube chat, they think they're in the cat. I've never thought that before. Oh, well, I'm doing in the cat. I don't want to be talking in the cat. It's not very good. I mean, we could change it. Le chien. There you go. Completely non-animal related word, of course. If you know French, you know I am talking completely nonsense. Evening, Rokk. Hello, Eddie. How are you, my friend? Evening, chat. Good to see you, dude. Seeing someone stream something I made is wild. Mate, honestly, I can't even imagine. It's definitely something years at your age I would have done it, no questions asked. At my age, I can't even lift my fork up without getting bored. I'm bored. It's like I just don't have the patience anymore, but I'd so love to do that. I'm really proud of you, my friend, and you know that. I keep saying to everybody how great it is. Good day to you, Joe. Yo, Ray is in the house. The one and only, the legendary Gaming Cyborg. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Ray, guess what? Nerds World's in the chat as well. Your praisee. I love this bottle. I don't know if you ever spotted this. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually says, so get it in focus. It says, get started. So it's 8 a.m. It says get started, right, at the top. Here we go, let's get it here. Get started. And it says, keep drinking. That's an hour later, 9 a.m. 10 a.m., don't give up. 11 a.m., almost there. Midday, you did it. And 1 p.m. refill, and then it goes back to the top. It says 2 p.m. and you get started. You start all over again. So that's 2 litres, I think. It doesn't look like 2 litres, does it? It's more like a litre, I think. But yeah, I love my little bottle. My daughter gave me that one last year. I think it may have been Christmas or birthday, bless her. Routes to the family thing on Steam would mean you have 2 different profiles in each game. Yeah, that's the one good point. Yes, good thinking, Adam. It does mean that. So it doesn't, yeah, you don't step on each other's toes. So what I did determine before doing the not so good way but easier way with daughter number 2 was, and I asked on Twitter, apparently you can have multiple accounts within Hogwarts Legacy, including different characters apparently as well, different save points and stuff. Now, I've not played it, so I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's certainly multiple people said that was the case. So we shouldn't step on each other's toes. And quite honestly, by the time I get to it, they may have moved on. So Hogwarts is on Boosteroid already. No, I'm just hedging bets, Tracy. I don't, well, look, I think this is an open secret, right? So forgive me, Boosteroid, but if you try to install any game from Steam on your Boosteroid account, it works, all right? So it's not that difficult to play anything in your Steam account. I think the only big difference is if they say it's there, they've prepped it, so you don't have to go through the whole installation process. But I've installed games on Boosteroid that haven't been advertised on Boosteroid, and you can play them. You didn't hear that here, folks, but it's a kind of open industry secret. Rokk Show, hello, mate. How are you? Did you think you could get away with starting the show without the cowboy? Oh, dude, I'm sorry, but there's a small confession to make, Anne. I didn't start any different time to normal, mate. It's you that's late. What the hell are you playing at, buddy? What time of the day do you call this? How are you, bro? Look at this. Ray says Hogwarts is amazing. Now, Ray, when we were playing the Rokk Show, when we were playing in the Rokk Show yesterday, I'm sure you said you weren't going to go and buy the really super duper duper version. You were going to wait like me till Friday. I thought we were going to jump off the cliff together like Sundance and you know, the other fella, Butch Cassidy. I thought we were going to go to escape the Mexicans. I thought we were doing that together, bro. What the hell? Is that all good? And what's up, Martinez? How are you and the kids? Oh, did you see that lovely little video they played the other day when I must say, Zeke he's getting into the whole acting thing, isn't he? He's going to be up for a Disney part soon. So they opened Intel. What was it? Intel. I guess it's a thing to encourage kids to get into, you know, coding and stuff. And he's going like, it's like, go on, ham it up, boy. And the little girl's like, oh, I'm never going to be like this. No way. It's just embarrassing. It's not happening. Tracy, I'd love to be able to give it a try, Ray. Well, yeah, Friday's the big giveaway day. Don't forget, guys. You never know. You genuinely don't know. I mean, it's, you know, it is completely random, and I'm not even using the wheel. It's a pucker professional. I actually did pay for it. The system that I collect all the stuff and everything, I did pay for it, and I thought, I mean, shuffle and everything and the random thing's supposed to work on the wheel, but it does baffle me as why some people seem to be more lucky than others. But I shuffle like a demon. I genuinely do. I don't know what else to do. I suppose what I could do is change the duration from time to time. Let's have a look. I mean, where are we at the moment? We're at 28 seconds for the wheel. Let's push it up to 40 today. We should change that every day as well as shuffle it, I reckon. Right, so I've done that now, okay? So when we get to the wheel, it's going to be popping it out at 40 seconds, so a bit longer, but that's good because you get to hear more of the music. Me singing, of course. Yeah. Rumours are true, says Dorogon. Oh, mate, can't wait. I know, because Bjorn tries to organise the VIP panel a couple of days ahead of the show, and I happen to know that he has lined up an amazing panel for tomorrow, so cannot wait. Great to have you on board, my friend, if only because it's lovely to finally talk and see face to face the people that I chat to every day. So yeah, looking forward. Now, of course, I've seen you on your streams and your YouTubes and things, but it's nice to actually interact at a physical level, but in a nice way. That's all right, Rokk Show. Really appreciate it. Yeah, sorry to hear that, my friend. No, I'm not sorry to hear it. I thought it was somebody else. it's good. It's all good, brother. It's all good. I'm glad. I'll put the description in the video. Yeah, got there in the end. Sorry, mate, but I will put it up there. So, guys, go and check out. Actually, if you watch the Rokk Show towards the end, Ray's Praise yesterday, Ray, we put up Nerds World's URL. So go and show some love, do the usual thing, go and subscribe. We try and get everybody that is a Ray's Praisee, half a dozen or more new subs, just trying to get a little bit of a wind underneath it. So that would be cool. That would be cool. Martinez, we're in a waiting room since my father-in-law's having surgery. Oh, Zeke is playing Ark on Switch. See, this is where your cloud gaming, or indeed if it's the Switch, it'll be installed, but your remote gaming, your mobile gaming comes into its own, doesn't it? And how do you pronounce that? Kyrie? I'm sorry, mate, if I butchered that. It's the first time I've seen your daughter's name. I think it's... Let me pull it up on screen. Let's get it up there. Here we go. Is it Kyari? Kid's got lovely names. Playing a Barbie game on her tablet. Oh, my girls just love Barbie. And my youngest was massively into American Girl dolls. She had loads, and they were not cheap. And we went to LA. I can't even remember when it was, but it was some time back, some years back now. And we headed to a mall, quite a famous mall, I believe, in LA. And there was an American Girl doll shop, and you could have tea with your dollies. So we went up. It was lovely, probably little tea sets and cakes, and it was so cute. So we paid for her to have. It may have been her birthday, because both of my girls' birthdays are in the summer. I can't remember now. But that was lovely. Bless her. Bless her little sockies. Vet! How are you, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're keeping well, brother. Hope you're keeping well. How are things over at Vet's restaurant, for one? Vet loves his food. I've got to let you know this. So, as you know, GeForce Now ambassador, Vet's one as well, as is Bjorn, and there's quite a few of us now. And Bjorn and Vet and a few others would just kept posting pictures of food. And I said, what is this, G-Food Now? And they loved that. So the NVIDIA guys set up a new part of the server called G-Food Now. So Vet and Bjorn just spam it with grub. Food all the time. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Okay, Martinez. Well, I hope everything goes well. And then it was thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I didn't even mention the surgery. Yeah, I hope it all goes swimmingly well. Full recovery is on the cards. But Nerds World. Anyone that's watching The Last of Us. Anyone who is watching The Last of Us and is interested in Saturday Night Live, yes, check out the Mario Kart Last of Us skit. And it is, it's actually Dude, isn't it? I've forgotten his name. The guy that plays Joel, who's also in The Mandalorian, playing Mario, isn't he? I've seen screenshots of it, but I haven't seen the actual skit. But I believe it is on YouTube. So funny. They do some amazing stuff on there, don't they? I tell you what, since The Mandalorian, that guy can do no wrong, can he? I mean, he's just getting choice parts. But I actually think, I've seen him in a couple of things, I think he's brilliant as Joel in The Last of Us, because it's a meaty role, isn't it? You know, it demands a really intelligent actor. I love to see that, and he does so well in it. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant stuff. William's seen it as well. It truly was. Pedro is brilliant. That's his name, Pedro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, but we've almost caught up with the chat, guys. How are we doing over here? We have 18 entries. Come on, you lot. 18 entries. There's well over 21 people in the cat. I'm going to call it that from now on. Come on, get over there. Exclamation mark win. You can do it. Oh, look at that. As soon as I said that, 2 dropped out. You miserable gets. Rock Show, hello, Ant. I knew you'd get into Ragnarok once something happened that pulled on your No, I haven't had any emotional strings yet, brother. No, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but I've just done... Okay, this you'll know what I'm talking about. You know the first time you control... what's the boy called? I know it's Loki. You know what I'm talking about, right? Asterix, or whatever his name is. The first time you control him, and he goes looking for a certain lady... That's where I've got to. I don't think I've had any emotional stuff yet, but I'm guessing it's probably on its way. But no, so I've just kind of got more into the gameplay. And yeah, it really is. It's starting to happen for me now, brother. I pronounced her name right. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm really proud. There you go, the Vet House of Food. It's absolutely brilliant. He's got one menu, one plate, and one set of cutlery. And nobody else can come in. When Vet's in the restaurant, the House of Vet, the doors are firmly locked. Rockshaw at first was upset that Pedro was cast as Joel because I felt he didn't look like it. No, I agree. I felt the same way. And equally for Ellie, I know she's an accomplished actress and she was in Game of Thrones and stuff. But I was thinking, no, you don't look like Ellie. But it's amazing how quickly they both grew into the role. And funny enough, I've actually been trying, because on PlayStation they have The Last of Us Part 1, the big remakey version that you can download and play as a trial. So I think I've got about half an hour left of that, 2 hours of that. So I was giving that a go. And it's amazing how very quickly you can switch between the two looks. But yeah, they've absolutely grown into it for me. Yeah, he has done a great job. Atreus, thank you, Doragon. Thank you, my friend. That's the young fellow. So that's where I've got to, where you take control of him initially and you can sort of, you discover he's got new powers and things and stuff. But enjoying it. I actually can't wait to go and play it again. Looking forward to it. Whoops, forgot, says Eddie. Whatever it was, I hope you remember soon, my friend. Bruce! There he is, young Bruce. How are you, dude? Al Davis, how are you, my friend? I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're doing okay. I did ask Ray, Al, whether that Luna thing was new. He said it's not a new thing. So I was in two minds about covering it on here, but Ray feels that it's probably been around for a bit, so I don't want to look in Egypt. But I did have a quick look on Cloud Dosage. I couldn't see any kind of news. The news was like half a dozen new games on Black Nut and Boostroid and stuff, but I never kind of see that as news, quite honestly. That's like saying, oh, Walmart have got big melons in today, and the tomatoes have got a new batch of tomatoes in. I mean, who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? But you might care. That's true. And if you have a Black Nut account or a Boostroid account, it might mean a lot to you. But now that I've told you the little dirty secret of Boostroid, it probably doesn't matter anymore. Doragon, I knew you'd probably get into Ragnarok once you were past the refresher. Yeah, that was the thing, mate, I think you've hit it on the nail. It was the whole refreshing bit. I wanted to get beyond that and get into the game. And now I kind of feel like I'm solving puzzles and and I'm killing stuff and I'm just being a big old bold red and white alpha. That's what I'm being. And got really excited last night playing Forspoken because he unlocked melee weapons. Ah, that's interesting. I thought you'd been there, done that, mate. I thought you'd finished and played it. I think that's next up on my rental list. But, you know, I'm kind of wanting to drag out God of War because, well, one, there's Hogwarts, and two, there's Destiny 2 on the 28th, I think, the Lightfall, which I've bought. So I'm kind of thinking, you know what, that's going to occupy me for a week or two. So no point starting a new big game before then. We'll see. We'll see. CGTV. How is community gaming TV? Or is it cloud gaming TV? Because the Twitter is kind of both, or both, sort of either or, isn't it? And how was last weekend, by the way? I couldn't get into it. I couldn't join you guys. I had stuff that I had to do, etc., etc. And then I had my anniversary show. So, but awesome. I think you had quite a few guys taking part in the weekend gaming bash, didn't you? So that's absolutely awesome. Great to see. Trying to keep the whole community vibe going. I think that's a brilliant, brilliant thing. And from what I saw, people who took part were getting a really good turnout as well, which again is, you know, it mirrors what I do with game giveaways. The concept is, it's a bit like a taster session, isn't it, right? So you give something away, you know, you're standing outside the House of Vet with your carved up steak, with, you know, your steak Diane, with your special house sauce, right? Or if it's the House of Vet, it'll probably be double fried with triple fried bacon and high sugar content sauce, because it's the House of Vet, right? But as people go past you, hey, stop, have a forkful, go on. Oh, Vet, I'm a loving your steak Diane and your special sugary sauce. Why, come on in, have a proper meal at the House of Vet. That's what I do with the games. I give away little, and I hope that people like the content, and that's the key thing. Rouse is off for his lunch. Cool, you're early, mate. You hungry? That's maintaining 2 accounts that does that, bro. Makes everybody hungry. Oh, I've got 2 accounts now. I get so hungry. Doragon says newsworthiness. Oh, yes, you're right. Nintendo Direct. Somebody said the other day there was a Ubisoft announcement this week, and I've been looking out for events and things, but nothing's come up, so I don't know. You never know, do you? I mean, we'll have a little look. We can have a little trickle down through. Nintendo doesn't do it for me. Well, it kind of does. Since I bought my daughter a Switch at Christmas, and I genuinely was blown away. I honestly did not think it would look as good as it did when she was playing Mario Kart and on our 4K TV, and I'm like, from 8 feet away, that looks as good as any 1440 or 4K game I've played. I was so impressed. And then people going, oh, but the tech is getting on now, and we need a new version. And I'm thinking, but it looks freaking good. I can understand why they don't want to be bothered with it, because of course the games are tailored around the hardware, aren't they? You know, by now these Nintendo devs, they know that hardware inside out. They know what they can get away with, so they can make all the games. It was the same, if you remember, with the end of the PS3 and the end of the PS4. People forget The Last of Us came out in the PS3 generation. PS3! It even looks great now. PS3. People forget this. By the end of those generations of consoles, they really perfected it, and they knew exactly how to do and what to get out of them. So it takes a little while to ramp up, don't it? It do. It certainly does, Stanley. Oh, Doragon's hyped for Lightfall. Much to learn with the new subclass. Yeah, so the way I like to do it, Doragon, is I like to go solo for a while so that oh no, I've frozen. Where have I gone? Am I still here? Am I still here? I went blank on the screen. My camera's died. Hang on. Don't worry, I'll bring it. But you can hear me, can't you? If you can hear me, I can hear you. I can bring another camera up, don't worry. I do have a backup. Let me just make sure that I'm still here. Yes, you can hear me. Right, okay. Bizarre. Well, I'll tell you what. You can hear me. My camera literally just died. Let me just... I'm going to reboot the camera. Hang on, guys. And if I can't get it to work... this is quite good. It's like Rokk in the dark. If I can't get it back up again, I'll fire up my baby camera, which is not as good, and it does tend to show more of the studio in its ugliness than I like to see. Right. I genuinely think my camera has literally physically died. My Canon EOS. Ha! I recognise that fella. That'll do for me. That'll do for me. Whew, thank God for that. Thank God for that. I like, yes. Doragon's the same. I like to solo the legendary campaign, then meet up with... Yes, exactly, mate. That's it with me as well. Get the campaign out of the way. God, legendary. Don't know about that. I don't know about that, dude. I might go with the old Commoner Garden account to begin with. But get that out of the way. That's what I like to do. And then meet up with folk, as you rightly said, and do all the kind of the dungeons and and then stuff that you can repeat together and help folk out, which is usually me in reverse, and the raids and all that stuff. You got it. You got it. Exactly that, my friend. Exactly that. Martinez. Same. I've been away for a bit, ready to jump back into some D2. Yeah, we're going to have to. Guys, there's enough of us now. There's Doragon, there's Martinez, there's Rudigs, and many, many more. We're going to have to get... Trace, Queen Rach, beg your pardon. There's a ton of us. We should get a little gang together and explore, because there's a new raid, isn't there? If I'm right. It's law, Rokk. Says, go hard or go home. No. Every game I play on the absolute easiest level. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm rubbish and I couldn't play harder. It's because I want to get through them. Too many games, not enough time. This is my problem. But I hear you, dude. And as I've said this before, some people... Eddie's up for it as well. Good man, Eddie, good man. Some people play for the challenge and to get the awards and the challenges and all the things that you get for doing stuff, right? Others, they're completionists. They just want to play and go back and play again until they've got everything, unlocked everything, played everything. Some people are explorers and they just like to explore and experience, and they're not even that worried about completing the game. They're not even that fussed about story. They just want to experience the game. And then there's people like me, and I'm an experiencer, but I do like to complete the game. So if it gets me, if I play it and I'm not getting it, then I'm not going to waste my life. But in the main, I like to try and complete it, but I'm not a challenge person. I'm not whether challenging myself or myself against other folk, that's not me at all, and it isn't in real life either. I'm the least competitive business person you'll ever find, and I couldn't give a stuff about awards and all that stuff either, and I don't really care that much about completing. I think I've maybe completed 2 games in my life. So horses for courses, ain't it? That's how I look at it. So yeah, Martinez plays campaign for the story first. Sometimes I like to also play on all 3 of my characters, because it never ceases to amaze me how when you go... I usually play with my hunter first. Used to be my warlock in Destiny. In Destiny, it was always my warlock. It was my favourite character. But in D2, I kind of switched over to hunter, and that's now my go-to, my daily driver. So what I will do is I will play with my hunter, and then I will go to my warlock. But once you kick in with the second character, you realise how much of the story and the dialogue you missed. And of course, if you're clever, you bank all the stuff. Rather than deleting it and breaking it up, you bank as much of the decent stuff as possible, so that your weapons, so that when you get your second character, you go and get it all back, and then they go up several levels, and then you pick stuff up from the old battle pass and all that thing. You know how it works. I don't need to teach you guys. Solo legendary. What a legend. Well, this is what I'm thinking, mate. So what we'll do, Martinez, this is my game plan, right? We'll do the raid and we'll push him up to the front. Right, so he can do all the hard stuff, and we'll just kind of sit back a bit, watch, we'll experience Doragon killing things. I think this is a decent plan. It's showing its age with certain titles. Oh, Destiny, are we saying Destiny? Yeah, I agree, Geek, and I'm not being funny, I'm still gutted that they felt they needed. I mean, I understand the problem with Destiny was the engine, Destiny 1. The engine was built for old gen consoles and they felt restricted and they couldn't really move it forward. So I understand that. And they went to Destiny 2 and it suddenly became 4K and it came out on PC and you could change your field of view and your frame rates. And I get all that. But for me, nowhere near as good as Destiny, even to this day. And then they went really weird with the story. And, it's gone off on bizarre tangents, and I've kind of lost my way with bald-headed white geezers with stuff coming out of their heads, and I don't know what's going on, and large pyramids floating about the place. So, but I'm hoping that they will have brought. There's some good stuff to come. I'm hoping with Lightfall. I'm not overly hyped about it because I've been there before. There was a time I would come home from work at lunchtime just to do a Nightfall, and and put a rubber band on my controller and put my character into a cheese spot so that I could go back to my office and fire up. This is honest to God's truth. Fire up my PS Vita, Wi-Fi connected to my home to carry on the Nightfall. Terrible. I was absolutely obsessed with the game. I didn't know you could install anything on Boostroid. Don't tell them I told you. Thought it was a strict list. Do you have so much space to use? Well, I've never pushed it to its limits, but I can assure you, and if you ask Bjorn, he'll confirm, there is ways and means, my friend. Ways and means. Doragon, we can also replay the story after, so can team up for legendary shenanigans. Yeah, definitely up for that. And the other thing that is good is doing the dungeons as well. And there are legends out there that can do those things solo, but I can't. I even struggle. Those legendary... what are they called? Not stories, but there's these things. You go to the different maps, and there's on the day there's a legendary thing, which normally is what are they called? Underground things. You know what I'm saying? Dungeons, not dungeons. And I can't even do those solo, and you've got to do them solo if you want to get the epic stuff. Vita remote play still rocks. Yeah, though I tend to use the phone with the backbone one. Do you still use the Vita remote play, mate? I've got it here. Where's my little Vita? Where's Rita the Vita? Oh, I can't see her. Oh, there she is. She's up there. I'll leave her there. She's asleep, bless her. She's old now. You know what it's like. William says, if you play Marvel Snap Rock, you should join us today for a few rounds. I've never ever played it, mate. Much to my shame, because I know you guys love it. I know you guys. See, Lost Sectors, that's the fella. I can't do them I can do them, but not the epic, the legendary ones. Never done one, never been able to complete one. And because they're roguelike, I just can't be bothered. I just get bored and I back out. I always wait for the easiest ones. I've Googled in the past, which is the easiest Lost Sector to do, and I've waited and waited, and it hasn't come up again. He's back while he eats. What we got today then, my friend? Do you make your own packed lunch? Or does your partner make your packed lunch, or do you go and buy something down the road? That's the fella, the legendary Lost Sectors. Can't be doing those. I'm rubbish at them. Rubbish. Yeah, love the replayability with the 3 classes. So different, because you play the game different with each. Exactly. And of course, there's new subclasses. So each of the characters is going to have something unique to the character, which I love as well. I really hope they've reset it. I think it was Geek was saying earlier. I think it's desperately in need of a reset right now. And that means that I want to be able to go into Destiny and go, it is definitely Destiny, But boy, this feels different, and it feels like a progression. And I don't want it to feel like the sweaties of 1, because that was another thing I always felt. It always felt to me like there were Bungie were constantly bombarded by the really good players who had the YouTube channels and the voices, and they were saying it's not tough enough and this should be harder and da 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 da. And I always felt like, yeah, but there are some of us who just enjoy grinding and playing relatively casually. And I always wanted, and it made sense to me, that you'd have a different set of weapons in PvP than you would have out in the world, because they used to nerf them and boost them, and all of it related and around PvP. People going, oh, in Crucible, that thing's just rubbish, it kills everybody, so they nerf it. But it was brilliant in a raid or in a dungeon, and I'm like, just give them a different version. They go in and they've got their weapons for Crucible, and they win new weapons, and they only work in Crucible. And when you come out into the world, and you're doing your raids and your community stuff, you've got a different set of weapons. And then they refuse to do that, and I never understood why. Oh, look at this. Doragon coached Rudigs through Returnal. Yeah, I played a few hours of Returnal. I actually really enjoyed it, I have to say. The good thing is I know it's roguelite with a T, but they introduced kind of checkpoints and stuff, didn't they? Which just made it that little bit more palatable. And in fact, the one game that is a bit like that is Callisto Protocol. And I've got to go back. I bet I'm only halfway through that game. I keep forgetting I've got it. I've got it on Xbox. So yeah, I've got to be doing that. Yeah, exactly, Martinez. Icebreaker. Do you know what? I've literally, because I've still got Destiny installed on my PS5. I refuse to get rid of it. And I go in there just to play with my Icebreaker. My favourite game. There was when the game was really tough. First time chat from Tommy Lee Jones. Hello, my friend. Get in an exclamation mark, Quinn. Good to see you. Young Twitch highlighted that it was the first time in the chat. Good to see you. Get in there. Talking a game, how are we doing? We're out of time. So actually, Tommy Lee, good to see you, my friend. But you've run out of time, dude. Let's see, did you get in time? I don't think you did. I should have said... it never runs right to the end of the show, and regulars will know that I do that on purpose to stop people sneaking in at the very end. Only to get the exclamation mark win in, ignore the rest of the show, and disappear again. There's method to my madness. So, I've got the winners, and today I'm actually going to be able to put them all in before... Oh, that's interesting. What happened there? Oh, there they are. I'll be able to get rid of the ones before. But do you remember last time? I keep going, yes, we're ready to go. I go over there, only to think, oh, flip, I haven't copied them in. So I'm going to do that right now. We've got a little bit of time. I think William's streaming today. Are you still in the chat, my mate? I think it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if I'm right. So we should be able to finish on time, which will be good. There we go. Right, I've got everybody in the chat. Should we make our way over to the Wheel of Fortune? Here we are. Right, so what I've done, guys, excuse me. He's playing, of course he mentioned it just now. He's great. He does all these little hints. He go right over my head, bless him. I have added, lost a little bit of the wheel. There it is. I have added an extra 15 seconds to the wheel to try and make it a little bit more shuffly. So let's do it. Should we get it on? You've got, how many have we got in the wheel today? 93. Let's do this. Braveheart, freedom! Here we go. Spin that wheel, Wallace. Martinez with the drums. I love it. Spin that wheel, Wallace. All right, here we go. We got new names. Is it going to stop on Bexy Bob? It's going to go to Lee. It could be going to Winstar. Lee. Oh, the little voice. Lee one. Bless him. That is my lovely friend Lee. He is probably the oldest surviving Team Rokk member. And he's a VIP. Bless him. And better than that, he's actually a genuinely lovely guy. He invited Mrs. Rokk and I to his wedding last year, which we absolutely had a most fantastic time. So he's a lovely fella and fully deserving of today's win. Congratulations, Lee. Right, let's get over to the game. Here we are. Here we are at the game. Right, well, Lee, my good friend, let's see what you have won. Oh, Martinez, my dad's first name and my middle name. So you were so close, Martinez, if only by name. Right, let's spin the wheel. Can you hear the music today? There it is. What's he going to get? It's going to be a choose your own. Is it going to be American Fugitive? Is it the Tomorrow War? I didn't actually extend the time, but it's all right. It's doing its thing. It's the Tomorrow War, I reckon, or it could go to choose your own. Yes, it is. Go on, stop.
Tomorrow War.
Oh, bless the little voice. It's the Tomorrow War for Lee. Right, I will get in touch with him on the bat phone and we will let him know. There we go. Must remember to take that out of the mix as well. I very often forget to do that. We'll get that out on the list. Right, good stuff. Well done. Thank you so much, everybody. That was, oh, there it is. Excellent. Delete it. An excellent show. And all the better because I've said so. That's it. Daily games saved and done. Well, have yourselves a merry little Wednesday. Whatever you're going to do, whether it's the beginning of the day, whether it's the middle of the day, or whether we're cruising, it's now dark, but in not that far down the road, it will be very light today. Hope you have a fantastic one, whatever happens. I am going to go and play some God of War Ragnarok. Don't forget, tomorrow, as well as me, I'll say that reservedly, guys, because I do have a very important business meeting in the afternoon. I'm hoping that it'll all be done and dusted, but apologies if for whatever reason I end up having to be a little tad late, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But have a great day and a great night, as Tracy says. Thank you, guys. Big old round of applause from Martinez for Lee. Thank you. And I will see you, God willing. Have a very safe Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll have some more Rokk Around the Clock.